Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Samara. Today, we are exploring a question that is searched online thousands of times a month, often by spouses, parents, and friends desperately trying to understand someone they love. That question is, exactly how a person with bipolar thinks. We often talk about the behavior of bipolar disorder, the spending, the staying in bed, the bursts of energy, but the internal monologue? That part is invisible. To help us step inside the mind of someone living with this condition, we are joined once again by clinical psychologist and author, Dr. Laura. Welcome back.
Thank you, Samara. It's wonderful to be here. This is such a crucial topic because the way a person with bipolar disorder processes the world internally is the root of all the outward behaviors we see. If we can understand the thoughts, we can build so much more empathy.
Dr. Laura, let's start with the big question. If a partner or a parent is asking, how does my loved one's brain actually work right now? What is the first thing they need to know?
The very first thing to understand is that there is no single bipolar mindset. A person with bipolar disorder essentially has different operating systems depending on what phase of the mood cycle they are in. The way they think during a manic or hypomanic episode is completely biologically different from how they think during a depressive episode.
Let's break those down. What is the internal monologue like during mania or hypomania? What does that actually feel like in the brain?
During mania, the brain's brakes essentially fail. Patients often describe it to me like having a computer browser open with 100 different tabs playing at maximum volume, and you can't close any of them. It's called racing thoughts. They aren't just thinking fast. Their brain is making rapid-fire connections between completely unrelated things. There is also a severe shift in consequence forecasting. During mania, the part of the brain that says, wait, if I do this, something bad might happen, goes offline. So when they spend $1,000 or suddenly quit a job, they aren't thinking maliciously. In that moment, their brain is genuinely telling them they are invincible and that everything is a brilliant idea.
Wow. That browser analogy makes so much sense, Dr. Laura. But then the pendulum swings. What happens to their thoughts when they crash into the depressive phase?
It is a devastating contrast. When the depression hits, the brain goes from 100 miles an hour to moving through thick, heavy molasses. We call this cognitive slowing. It becomes physically exhausting just to form a sentence or make a simple decision, like what to eat for breakfast. The internal monologue turns incredibly dark and develops tunnel vision. A person in bipolar depression cannot access their happy memories. The brain acts like a filter that only lets in guilt, shame, and a feeling of absolute worthlessness. They might genuinely believe that their loved ones would be better off without them. It's not just feeling sad, it is a total hijacking of reality.
Hearing it explained that way is so powerful. It really removes the blame. It's not a character flaw. It's neurochemistry changing the lens through which they see the entire world.
Exactly, Samara. And it is also so important to remind people that there is a third phase, euthymia, or baseline stability. With the right medication, therapy, and routine, a person with bipolar disorder thinks just like anyone else. Their brain finds its middle ground. They are fully capable of rational, balanced, and beautiful thought. The illness does not define their entire mind.
I love that we are ending on that note. The brain can heal, and it can find balance. If you are listening to this and trying to understand your own mind or the mind of someone you love, please know you are not alone, and stability is absolutely possible. If you found this inside look into the bipolar brain helpful, please like our channel and subscribe. Your support helps us reach more people and continue to break down the stigma surrounding mental health. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will catch you in the next episode.